You good? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries and transgenders. Why do I always screw that up?
I have no idea. You always fumble.
It's the same line. I managed to fumble that one part every time. Anyway, I'm Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever, on his worst behavior. Mr. DM, find me in your mama's DMs, and I'm gonna do the new one. They call me a motherfucker because I fuck mothers, and yours might be next. And on the other side of the screen,
I know who it is. Your boy Alex the motherfucking Hill, the AKA the Stanley of podcasting, the AKA the leader of the Fuck the Rival, the Fuck the Vince McMahon group. Hell, at this point now, fuck WWE going forward, and also the man that turn a cripple crossface and run to a crossface.
Damn. And the man that pushes all the buttons on the other side of the window, Mr. Gnarly Marv.
Bravery up, bravery up.
Kind of a blah week.
Yeah, it was for me too. It really was for me too.
Yeah. I mean, no drama at work. Actually, I had 2 days off in the same week. I'm on vacation next week.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Vacation season. This is when Darth barely works.
I would say nah. Vacation season for Darth means that he about to post on Instagram some baseball games he about to be at.
Well, that's the thing. There's no games this year. You can't go to the games.
Damn.
Otherwise, I would have been there.
Take a picture of your TV screen.
Well, the Yankees are on tonight, so it's game 5.
I've noticed this trend that people are buying like that green fake grass and putting it like in places and then putting like a printout of a scenery and making it look like they're somewhere, but they're not. Somebody upstairs on the 3rd floor has it.
I would never be desperate enough to show off on the blogs.
Bro, I was fooled.
To do some shit like that.
I was fooled. I saw the picture first. I was like, yo, where's he at? What's all this happening at? Then I go upstairs and I walk through the old hallway with all the stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
And I see it there. I'm like, oh shit, he fooled me. He really fooled me.
Nah, I would never do such a thing.
I don't got no time to be doing like this shit. I'm just telling you, where you at in my bathroom on the toilet?
Buying that green carpet.
Where you at? I'm at home butt naked in my bed. How about that?
I bet you Alex knows what it is too. That looks like turf.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The sad thing is that we had a turf one at Home Depot, but then we also got one that actually looks and feels like real fucking grass now.
Yeah, that's the one that people are buying now to make it look like they went out somewhere.
Oh my! People need fucking lives. I don't get it.
This is everybody's life, bro. You either get famous sitting at home or you die.
Then just fucking die. That's all.
It ain't happening that way.
Do it!
Just do it!
Do it! Just do it!
So yeah. Wrestling kind of happened this week.
Oh, wait. We got the commissioner in the chat.
Yep, there we go.
What's good, everyone? It's Commissioner Kelvin, the Teddy Long of commissioners, the Jack Turney of commissioners. You can catch me coming off the top rope with a frog splash. Happy birthday, Eddie Guerrero.
Viva la raza. Orleans.
This whole time, I always thought Eddie's birthday was like closer to the summer. I did not think it was in October.
Honestly,
I don't know wrestlers' birthdays because of Commissioner Kelvin online.
Yep. Yes, he does.
On point, boy.
I learned that shit because I went on my Facebook and wrestling Facebook group. Everybody had happy birthday, Eddie. I said, today's his birthday? Shit, I thought that shit was like months.
The only person in wrestling's birthday I can remember is Jim Cornette because we have the same birthday. Which I found out like 2 years ago when I started watching this podcast. But other than that, I don't know anybody's birthday. I know LeBron James's birthday. It's December 30th.
I know Jay-Z's birthday because of that song, December 4th.
Yeah.
The name of the song is his birthday.
No, only person's birthday I know is Rihanna because her birthday is the day before mine in February.
Oh, and I know 50 Cent because it's 7/6/76. That's when he was born.
That's what should have swallowed. Anyway.
Yeah. That's the only reason I remember 50 Cent.
Oh, and my brother-in-law's birthday is the day before the Undertaker's. So
nice.
Can't never forget.
Oh, guys, so they had a YouTube video of a 1996 WWF Superstars episode.
Okay.
And that's how I spent my morning watching it. And I didn't know that in 1996 there was still Marty Jannetty and the New Rock and Rollers.
Oh yeah.
And guess who they fought? Matt and Jeff Hardy. Before they were the Hardy Boys.
They must have been really young.
Young as shit, and they had like a little cartoon face on their asses. It was kind of embarrassing. They were jobbing. They were just jobbing.
What year was this?
1996.
96. So they were both underage. They were both underage in 96, right?
Oh, and Marty punched one of them in the face hard as hell.
No, Jeff Hardy's underage. Matt is 2 years older than Jeff, so Matt was already 18. Jeff was 16.
All right.
Yep.
But Marty he was 18, so I guess they didn't fucking fault it.
Yeah.
Calvin says the only person's birthday I know is Vince McMahon because it's 4 days before mine.
You've got no chance.
No chance in hell.
Oh,
still a good song.
I might look that up later.
You know it's okay. I was on the other day on Up Up Down Down. Because they play Uno every week. It's obviously Xavier Woods. It's Adam Cole, Tyler Breeze, and Cesaro. They play Uno every Wednesday. So I'm watching the Uno game, and like because they play all the time, like they have a punishment at the end of the episode. The loser has to sing a theme song. And this week, Cesaro sung Vince McMahon, "No Chance in Hell."
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Sounds cringy.
It is. That's the beauty part. It's cringy.
Have you listened to New Day podcast? They were talking about what was the best TV shows, and they had a bracket, and then they did the best action movies.
For some reason, I always forget about their podcast. I rarely listen to it.
Dar, please go listen to the one where they do the best TV show.
Okay,
bro. When I say they broke out into like the most online like little kid argument over certain shows and why they was getting picked and why Coffee and Big E was turning on Xavier for most of his shows and kicking the shows out. So when they got to the movies, Big E and Xavier are going against Kofi Kingston in all the movies because Coffee haven't seen half the movies. Right. I was like, bro, the arguments they have are so stupid. Matter of fact, when Big E does the movie one, he goes, look, if you want to go to a legit podcast and get legit stats about these movies, you're at the wrong place because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just talking about whatever.
Nice.
Classic.
I can't wait till they come back together. Well, I assume they're going to come back together. They might end up on separate brands after the draft.
Nah. From what I'm told, what I heard on the podcast, when one get drafted, the whole entire group gets drafted for the New Day. They all are one whole package deal no matter what. Vince don't want to break them up at all.
Yeah, because they always threw that rule in there. Tag teams get drafted as a whole unless the network specifically wants one superstar.
Basically, the Team 3D.
Yeah.
When what you call Bubba and they didn't want Devon.
Yep.
Then we had to Devon with Batista.
Oh, that's also when they finally broke up the Hardys for good. Was through the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, they had their feud where they were fighting each other, but they had never officially broken up. And then the draft finally separated them.
Yep, it separated up a good amount of them. Remember, they separated JBL and Farouk too, and then
yep.
See what happened to Farouk. He just faded off to the background to his and JBL became a world champion.
Oh, have you seen the clip with Paul Heyman that's been going around lately? It's from one of the ECW one night stands where he says, JBL, you're the only reason you were world champion for almost years because Triple H didn't want to work on Tuesdays. It's actually kind of close to the truth.
Wow.
Because back in the day, SmackDown was taped on Tuesday. And I believe Triple H got drafted to SmackDown, but then he was injured. That's when he has quad injury. So he was out for like almost a whole year. And during that time was when JBL was champion.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a good time to have him as champion. I like the JBL being champion for that small amount of time.
Now that's the point. That's the point where I had stopped watching wrestling, so I don't remember it. But looking back, because he had like feuds with Eddie, he had feuds with John Cena. So looking back, just from somebody who didn't watch every pay-per-view, I think it was a good run.
It was a great run for him, especially because you wouldn't suspect JBL to get that. You thought JBL was going to be the tag team specialist, and then you thought he was going to be an APA forever.
Yep.
This man becomes the tycoon. All of a sudden, this nigga over here clothesline the hell, and everybody. All of a sudden, he world champion. I was like, wow, that was a dramatic change. Where the fuck did Farouk go?
Was it just me, or did you guys think of the guy from Fairly Odd Parents when he started wearing the cowboy hat and became the tycoon guy?
That's Doug Dimmadome.
Yeah, Doug Dimmadome from the Dimmadome. All Doug Dimmadome. That's what I used to think of when I see JBL as a tycoon character.
Don't get twisted. I still see JBL as Doug Dimmadome. I just wanted him to come out with an all-white hat that was a little bit taller, but he never did it.
Word, he was short and had a tall-ass cowboy hat.
Uh-oh. I yawned already. This might be a short episode.
Dude, it's only 11 minutes into the show.
Yeah, word. That's how you know it's been a slow week.
Yeah.
Dar's ready for vacation.
Man, I've got 8 hours of work left.
Damn.
8 hours of work
one
left.
Day?
Tomorrow, yes. although I might end up working overtime because I've got to leave fucking directions for people while I'm gone. So that usually takes a little extra time writing out all my directions, which they're not going to follow anyway. But then I have a reason to bitch at them when I come back because they didn't follow my directions that I explicitly wrote out.
Word.
That makes sense.
Anyway, what happened on SmackDown?
Not very much that I can remember.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but for some reason I can't remember anything. I know Sasha came back to finally challenge Bayley. That's like official now.
It was like really memorable on there when watching SmackDown that night. Like it was just like SmackDown. That's all it was.
Oh, there was also the Jeff Hardy Sami Zayn, I guess, rematch. Since Jeff lost his title, he got his rematch, even though there are no rematches, but everybody's getting rematches now. So I guess that rule's back in effect unofficially.
Yeah, unofficially, but yeah.
But okay, the thing about the rematch when they decide to declare nobody gets rematches, they were just giving people rematches that didn't deserve them. Like when they had Corbin versus Seth Rollins for 4 straight pay-per-views, there was no reason for that to happen. And it was, what was it? Becky Lynch against Lacey Evans 3 pay-per-views in a row. No reason for it to happen.
It should never happen.
Now, Jeff Hardy he lost his title in a triple threat ladder match. He wasn't pinned. He wasn't submitted. He deserves a rematch for his title, 1-on-1. Fine. I like that. Or over on Raw, Randy Orton, he keeps getting another chance at Drew McIntyre, but he keeps winning the qualifying match to get the next shot at the title. I'm fine with that.
I'm okay with it, but at the same time, it's getting a whack. It's almost the same thing Randy do every year at this point now.
Yeah, but this is one of his best heel runs in a very long time.
Yeah, I can't lie. It kind of is.
Ever since the build up to WrestleMania with Edge, this has been a good run for him.
So, you want to talk about NXT Takeover?
Yes. Sunday we had Takeover 31. What was the kickoff match? The kickoff match was, well, not the kickoff show, which I don't fucking watch. The kickoff match. Gargano and Damian Priest. It totally what I expected to be. Gargano bounced around like a human pinata for Damian Priest, and he won decisively.
Yeah, because Damian Priest is not a cheater. The man wins straight up.
Yep. So the Gargano way, as they've been billing it, the Gargano way didn't work. He lost. And next up we had, what was it? Kushida. He beat the Velveteen Dream with the what was that? Yeah. Something weird happened. What happened? What was the finish? The finish was a submission, right?
Yeah, it was a submission. So then Velveteen Dream showed up that next Wednesday on NXT with a cast around.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was thinking of. Now, what was the reason for Kushida to start wearing jeans? It wasn't a street fight. He just showed up in jeans instead of his regular wrestling trunks. And then he wore the jeans again on NXT this week.
You know why? Because that's Back to the Future 2, the full get-up now at this point.
Oh, okay. Yes. I always forget about that because I don't really remember him from Japan like that.
That was the whole reason why Dream came out dressed as Doc Brown, because he came out and I was like, why the fuck is his hair white? Oh, this nigga is Doc Brown. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. It all makes sense now. It makes sense to me now. I didn't think
Doc
of
Brown
that.
versus Michael J. Fox character, and Doc Brown lost like he would in real life.
Isaiah Scott, who won that match? Did he lose? I forgot. He lost to Escobar, right?
Yeah, he lost to Escobar. And that, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good ass hard match though.
To me, that was match of the night. To me, that was even better than the main event. As good as the main event was, that was a better match. I just wish Swerve would have won.
I really feel like people are sleeping on 205 Live when they go back to NXT, because when it's on regular TV, nobody gives a fuck about it. When they get on NXT and you start seeing them do pay-per-views, you be like, God damn, this was match of the night. Every damn time they show it.
Yep. That was a good ass match. They had high spots, they had technical wrestling, they had mat wrestling. That was a really great match.
Their so-called Thunderdome had what they should have been having: half TV people and half real audience there.
Oh, we forgot about that. What do you think about the new Capitol Wrestling Center, which is just been renamed for the Performance Center? To me, that's a total crock of shit.
It is, but at the same time, I like it more now like that. I don't like Raw and SmackDown with the TVs, especially when they add the extra sounds and the oohs and ahs and the boos. This shit is whack. Now you got a real crowd there, and then the TV monitors there. At least the crowd reaction is realistic, so it makes me feel like the crowd is at least really there now at this point. I was okay with it like that. Now WWE can just start evolving into doing that and start putting a little bit of like regular fans into the thing. Then it might be better. But them damn oohs, ahs, and loud ass cheers at wrong times is just annoying as hell.
All right, the women's match, Candice LeRae lost to Io Shirai, even though Johnny Gargano tried to once again institute the Gargano way. He came out in a referee shirt after a ref bump, and he tried to count the pin, but she still lost. And that's not the important part. Ember Moon's back.
We're skipping Tara Strong also.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. She's back too.
She's moving to the States. So she's going to be there.
Toni Storm. Yes. She
went to the States for the full time now. So now we're going to see her and all her white thickness a lot more on TV.
Oh, I forgot about those yams. Jesus Christ. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yo, oh my God. Yeah.
Ember Moon is back. Even though Ember Moon was sitting at home talking shit about WWE this whole time, and they still broke her.
Yep.
I'm really surprised they broke her back for that.
But notice she's back on NXT and not Raw.
The sad thing is, they was going to draft her back to NXT regardless before she got injured.
Okay.
So she was going to go back regardless, but then she got injured, so it just delayed her coming back. But from what I read online, Triple H, was she drafted because of something bad happening or something? He said no. He said, to be honest, there was really nothing for her to do in the main roster, so we was going to do the same like we did with Finn. We was going to send her back to NXT to basically go back and at least have something to do. But then she got injured, so it came at the right time for her to take some time off, stay home, and when she was ready, come straight back to NXT.
Yeah. Now a
lot of people dying on the roster that need to go back.
Mm-hmm. Now the main event, Kyle O'Reilly representing Undisputed Era as a babyface. He took on Finn Balor, the Prince, and man, this is one for the ages.
That match got called so early, and Finn Balor is the reason he called it early.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, when Kyle O'Reilly went to the turnbuckle with that knee, he fractured his jaw.
Yeah.
And when Finn Balor went to go do that little spinning back kick. He kicked Cartwright so hard in the sternum that he almost ruptured his stomach.
Yeah.
So they both legit was injured.
Yeah. And but even after getting kicked in the stomach like that, he still took the coup de grace finish.
He did. I ain't gonna lie. He even with Finn with a fractured jaw, still took that bump or that German suplex out of the corner like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I laid on the ground and this never moved. Fuck this.
Yeah.
It's over.
Now, post-match, we had Ridge Holland show up with Adam Cole passed out over his shoulder. And he just dropped him off on ringside and disappeared while the rest of Undisputed Era tried to do something about it.
You can see they don't want to give it Undisputed Era, so they're literally trying to get them in any feud with anybody. If it's not a group, it's a single thing. They just try to make sure they get into a feud because Triple H is trying to lose Undisputed Era to the main roster and have them show up like Sanity and everybody else.
But now Ridge Holland got hurt on NXT. I think he's fucked up his knee, right? He was carrying.
Okay. He dislocated his ankle.
Yeah.
And tore his, I think, rotator cuff in his knee.
Oh yeah, he's not going to be back next week. He's not going to be back next month. That's at least a 3-month injury.
But the sad thing is they popped the ankle back in place, and he went into surgery yesterday morning. And they said the doctors will determine how long he'll be out for. But they said it don't look like it's something that he'll be out for a very long time because I don't think he tore a muscle off the bone like how Triple H and else did. I think he just basically tore one tendon in it.
Right.
That should heal a lot faster than tearing the whole entire thing off the damn bone.
I don't honestly. Well, from what I hear in most sports, legitimate sports, usually tearing the whole thing is better than tearing part of it because at least they can put the whole thing back together instead of trying to piece it together when you tear pieces. But whatever.
To be honest, I don't know what difference would be because don't forget, Xavier Woods tore his Achilles heel.
He's still out.
The doctor told him it could take 20 minutes to do, but it could take him up to almost 2 years to heal to make it even feel better.
Yeah.
So it's like a 50-50 because don't forget, John Cena tore his pectoral muscle off the fucking bone and he was back like
2 months.
6 months in? Like 2 months in?
Yeah, because he got injured. That was like November. It was like I think it was going into Survivor Series, and he was back for the Rumble.
Yeah, so I don't know how it works. I don't know if tearing the whole thing is better or tearing a piece of it. All I know is motherfuckers get hurt, they be gone for a year. Some niggas get hurt, they show up next week. I don't fucking know how this shit works no more. Yeah. Niggas' bodies are weird at this point. Yeah. I guess when you take steroids most of your life, your body just rebuilds a lot faster.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, you can't say allegedly because you got to think about it. Kurt Angle won the Olympics with a freaking broken neck, and then he finally told everybody that he was on some type of little kind of steroid when he did that.
He was also on he was on what, Valium, or was he popping sand? I forgot what he was doing.
I think probably something. All I know is that motherfucker said my neck hurt. I'm gonna pop 2 of these, and I'm about to go out here and win this shit.
And then he got to the point where he was taking like 64 a day.
That's the fucking crazy one. I'm surprised he really haven't died from this shit. Him and Jeff Hardy are the most impressive people I know for taking these shits and not get hospitalized because they get hospitalized for like weird other shit from like drinking and shit.
All right. Monday Night Raw. Retribution is now led by none other than the hacker, Mustafa Ali.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay with this. I'm so okay with this. Mustafa Ali got cut down from his little good run for Kofi Kingston to live the dream. So at this point now, I kind of see Mustafa Ali being a heel. I want to see what he got to say about this whole situation now, everything.
Yes, the Exalted One, Mustafa Ali, not to be confused with the Exalted One, Brodie Lee.
Let me tell you, if Brodie Lee would have named his group Rebellion and Mustafa Ali named his group Dark Order, it would fit them the right way.
The hand. They both do the fucking hand thing. That was the first thing that got me.
The only difference about it is Mustafa Ali been doing the hand thing before the Dark Order was even. I know. Because he's been doing it basically since he came to the main roster. I just want to know one thing: is the whole group gonna show with palm gloves to light up now?
Well, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be either. I'm just happy the simple fact that he had a match with MVP, and MVP and Hurt Business was gonna whoop that ass, and they told him to come on and join us, and he ran out in the ring, and I'm like, oh, this nigga really about to go out here and really fight. Turn around and said, get him. I was like, oh,
yo,
thank you, WWE, for finally doing something the correct way. Because hacker this whole time. You got Mustafa Ali telling no, and then the hacker's gone. Nobody gave a fuck no more. Yep. Then Rebellion comes. Nobody knows who the fuck is Rebellion. All of a sudden, you have Mustafa Ali finally reveals that. Y'all hit that so goddamn well. That was like that's probably the best new reaction thing since the Hardy Boys came back.
Yeah. Now notice they were saying CM Punk was the hacker. They were saying CM Punk was the leader of Retribution. Mustafa Ali is also from Chicago, like CM Punk. Did Punk whisper in his ear how to do this?
Hey man, look. Punk, hey man, you know Punk got his way of talking to people. He will IM you on something if you're a wrestler that he got respect for. He will talk to you. Maybe he slid at Mustafa Ali or when he was home for a couple of months.
Now here's the other thing in this equation. Okay, first you had Apollo, Ricochet, and Cedric Alexander. As a three-man group. Cedric Alexander goes and joins Hurt Business. Then they bring in Mustafa Ali for help. He reveals himself as the leader of Retribution. Apollo and Ricochet are now like, what the fuck? Everybody's bailing on us.
Now they out there in the sea like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, they sitting there looking like some suckers.
I'm going to tell you right now what they need to do, and what everybody else is saying online what they need to do. They need to just go ahead and get Ricochet into the Hurt Business. Just for the hell of it. Okay. Because you already got a powerhouse. You got a powerhouse in Bobby Lashley. Yep. You have the thinking mentality of MVP. Mm-hmm. You have the veteranship of Shelton Benjamin. Yep. You have the longevity of Cole Alexander, because that motherfucker takes a fucking beating. And then you have the high flying and speed of Apollo. Basically, you have a whole man group. Everybody is good with something. Tag team wise, everybody can tag team everybody. It would be the best group. And then, we would have 5 black men on one team to make the new nation in my brain. Yeah. But, Hurt Business, we can go with that name. They can keep that.
Well, if they're going to do the Survivor Series match, they do need a 5th man in Hurt Business.
Besides, what you call it? Ricochet already got black and gold gear. He already wore it 2 times before in NXT. So shit, go ahead and reach in the trunk, go ahead and pull those back out. Yep. And then boom, look at that. You got that, and you can have the Hurt Business versus Retribution, and then just leave Apollo Crews where Apollo Crews should be at, like NXT, where he should have been at to fucking stay there for them good ass matches.
So we also have Nia Jax has now put Lana through the commentary table for the 3rd time.
Bruh, it's all because of fucking
Miro.
Yeah. Technically, it's not even his fault. Like, he's not with the company, so like, how do you get mad at that?
I don't. But it's Lana. She's stupid anyway. How many storylines has she ruined on social media? There's been like 3 different times where she's in a storyline. She'll go on social media and post the complete opposite and blow the storyline.
She's literally blowing every storyline they didn't have.
So,
sad that she multiple times, and I was surprised they haven't fired her.
Exactly, especially the one with the Dolph Ziggler one. That was the worst one to ruin.
The sad thing is, right? You gotta be smart with what you're doing. Like Mia Young. Have you seen Mia Young Instagram page?
Oh, she has a whole new Instagram page for Retribution now.
Yeah, but it literally says her evil twin, and then that's the name of it. And I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to separate yourself from the other characters and make it seem like it's two different people, even though that blue hair and them age 9 is going to always get her out of the shit. But still, like, it's the dumbest thing ever. Like, if Lana wanted to do that, Lana should have just made a whole nother account and just been like a regular person, did something different. Say, like, oh, yeah, this is my twin sister. Hell, Bayley can do it. Bayley's sister and her, like, identical twins. And Bayley's sister got married, and people will probably think it was Bayley. It's not, but it's I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Lana should be sent home for a while because they ain't like they doing the what's that damn show they had on E?
Total Divas.
Yeah, ain't like they doing that show any damn more right now. So, what the hell is the point of keeping her? You got her compared up with Natalya.
I'm starting to think that Lana never had a real interest in wrestling. She was only in it because of Rusev. Now that he's gone, let's make her quit.
No, the sad thing is she had interest in wrestling because before she met Rusev in the Performance Center and she knew him in the Indies, dude, she wanted to be a wrestler. She just like how Billie Kay is. Billie Kay wanted to be a wrestler, but Peyton Royce just had the drive for him more. So who you gonna go with? The person that wanted to be a wrestler, or the person that has the drive for it?
Okay.
And look what WWE did. They split them up and went with the person that had the drive. They went for Peyton Royce and let Billie Kay the guy in the water. Just like the weirdest thing. I really feel like they should just send her home. Because sad thing, I feel like she would do better on AEW as not even a ring announcer, but just like side commentary next to Chris Jericho.
You know what? That might be a good idea.
It would be entertaining to see them too, because you got to think about it. She's smart as hell when she needs to be, and she could jump in and out of accents. Now, just imagine her doing that Russian accent, talking to Jericho, and Jericho talking back to her the way he normally would be. That would just be entertaining to hear them two on the mic. It would sound like Jerry King Lawler and JR when they used to talk back and forth about just random stupid shit in the middle of the match.
Yeah.
It'd be great. And also, let's also give a shout out to Chris Jericho for
his 30 years
wrestling. Jesus Christ. There's not many people I've noted like, oh yeah, that dude wrestled for 30 years. Some people like, hey, retired. I think Jericho finally retired. He's gonna literally be holding age. He's gonna be like 70. He's gonna be like, yep, I guess time to hang up the boots. I can't do the line salt no more. Can't do the cold breaker. Can't do the wall without my back hurting. Shit, fuck it.
You can't do the Judas effect without getting dizzy.
I just thought, so you say that, my brain thought about him doing that and it falling.
Because think about it, what 70-year-old can spin that fast?
Shit, I don't know. You can maybe YouTube and see if I can find one that really can actually do that.
Now, hell, the Rock and Roll Express still going there on 50-something years?
Yeah. These motherfuckers are doing Canadian destroyers like they fucking like 25.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe Jericho can keep going. Maybe Jericho can probably die in the ring.
I was just about to say to you guys, like, nah, he'll probably still be doing it.
Yeah.
He'll probably still be doing everything until 80.
Yeah, Undertaker's on 32 years, 33 years?
Yeah. Wrestlers don't
Yeah,
care.
but you gotta think about it. Look at Undertaker. He done had hella knee surgeries, back, all that shit. He's broken down. Jericho hasn't had that many surgeries. He hasn't really been injured that damn long for him to be able to do anything like that.
Nope.
Wrestlers will wrestle until like family and like doctors and everyone steps in. That's just that's the life.
Look. If you do one more swan time, you're dead. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can I do the second rope? No, you can't do it from no rope. I'm gonna go try for the second rope. I'll be right back. Like, damn it. That's how I feel like Jeff Hardy's gonna be. When they're gonna tell Jeff Hardy in the middle of him trying to train, don't do it. You might not make it. And he's gonna go out there and be like, so Vince said he wanted me to go off 10 feet, but I'm thinking 50 feet would be a lot better.
Oh shit. Yeah, I can see him doing some shit like that.
Because Jeff don't give a damn about himself or anybody else.
No, he does not. Also on Raw, Aleister Black is now challenging Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins and Murphy seem to have finally, severed ties.
Severed ties. I don't know. Like, this shit was weird. Severed ties and still kind of be together. It's weird. Their whole storyline is now starting to get a little awkward.
Mm-hmm. But again, like I said, I called it the day of. Aaliyah and Murphy have a thing going.
And it's so weird though too, because you did call that the first day, and then that shit like really happened. I feel like WWE was actually listening this time.
Yeah, yeah. I want my damn royalty checks, but anyway.
Bro, we need a lot of them damn royalty checks. I call the whole damn Bailey and fucking what you call this shit.
I don't know what happened. Somehow I missed Keith Lee and Braun Strowman. What? How did that happen? I know Braun Strowman showed up and he wanted a match, but there was no Raw Underground that night. So Adam Pearce just gave him Keith Lee.
Yeah, so basically Keith Lee just came out and said he'll do the match with him, and then they proceeded to be like two big monsters and go all over the place. Braun Strowman speared him through the turnbuckle.
Okay.
Well, not turnbuckle, the side little thing for the audience. He speared him through that, and then he walked up the Titantron like he was the man. And Keith Lee, you know him, he did that. You know, he'd get up and stare at you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And ran on top of the Titantron and threw him against the LED board, and then speared him off there to two announce tables. So basically, it was a no contest.
Oh, okay.
But it left Keith Lee looking strong because he did it to Braun Strowman after getting like demolished by Braun Strowman. It still made him look strong because he got up and still kept fighting. You know, Sunday they do a Roman, John Cena, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Anybody else that Braun has faced anyway.
All right.
I guess we're gonna get them two at it again. I would like to see them two go at it, like a real match.
Keith Lee has to win though.
Yeah, he has to win, but I just want to see them two go at it at a real match because at this point right now, if he doesn't, then Keith Lee is going to be on the main roster being wasted like everybody else.
Exactly.
He's going to be in the tag team division like everybody else.
Exactly.
And he's going to fade away like everybody else.
Exactly. For some reason, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler had another match against the Riot Squad. God knows why.
They killed Ruby Riot.
What was the point in putting them back together to A, have them lose, and B, it looks like they're already having disagreements because they're losing?
I don't know. Maybe they're going to do the same storyline they did with MVP and had, remember MVP lost every SmackDown for like 4 straight months, and then when he finally won, the crowd was behind him. Yeah. Maybe they're going to do them like that just to try to take the belts off them too. Because do you really see Blazer and Nia holding them belts for that long?
Well, in theory, they should. Who has the ability to beat them?
In theory, they should, but then you got to think about it. Nia Jax is, obviously the candy for us. But who Blaze eye candy for?
All of the lovely lesbian fans.
Most of the gay guys too, because of her leather. But
yeah.
It's just a weird period because like WWE can't send Blaze out to do interviews because she's the title champion. Mm-hmm. NXT probably could because they don't give a shit. But Vince wants shit. Vince wants his women to be a certain way. Yeah.
Main event. It was Drew McIntyre and the Street Profits versus Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
Yeah, well, they're back together again.
Yep. Rudolph, as I like to call him, Rudolph.
Why did that name fit so right? It's not the Christmas time season, and that fits so great. But basically the same normal match with Street Profits and Drew and Randy and Dolph Ziggler and Rick Rude and Robert Rick Rude. Yep. It was a great match for me to watch because it was something cool, but same time, you knew Randy was going to win because once Randy got back up with somebody he knows, he always wins.
Yep. So over on NXT, I didn't really no match really grabbed me this week other than the Velveteen Kushida rematch, which I don't think needed to happen. No, I'm sorry, the rematch, the little scuffle they had.
It didn't need to happen, but they wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
They needed it to happen. Why? Because they felt like they didn't get enough pop from when they had it the first time. So why not?
I mean, okay, Dexter Lumis and Austin Theory was a good match, but it really didn't. I don't really get the story with. It seems like they're trying to build Austin Theory, but he keeps losing. And I don't feel like he's a guy that can, get fan support by losing.
He actually won.
He did?
He actually won clean.
I could have swore he lost.
No, he actually won clean because when he got the pin, he yelled out loud, "I don't always lose." And he counted to 3 and he won.
Ah, okay. I need to watch that again then.
Yeah, so he actually won. So he actually won this one. It's fucking weird that you made him lose that many matches, and all of a sudden now you have him win just this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the whole purpose of it, but WWE has a plan. Well, Triple H has a plan.
Yeah.
Vince don't.
Yeah. Well,
Now
Triple H has a plan until Vince sticks his nose into shit.
Yeah. So we know SmackDown's going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
We already know that
the draft.
The draft happening, but we also know the Uso Penitentiary get another shot at Roman Reigns.
Yes.
So how you think this one's going to turn out? You think Roman's going to beat his ass severely again, or is it going to be more of a real one-on-one real match?
I say Jey Uso gets more offense, but I say the ending is worse. It's gonna be like like hospitalization kind of thing. Like you're just not gonna see Jey for like the next 2 months or something.
This is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm thinking. We have a good match. Jimmy come back out again, but this time instead of throwing a towel, Jimmy start beating up on Jey to tell him this family to stop this fight and just join him. And that's how we go into the whole little faction of Roman Reigns being the tribal chief. Because there's not really much magic they can do between them two, really, to really solidify Jimmy or Jey as a world champion right now. They're technically, really, in my mind, the best tag team in Samoan history in my brain because they done it all. So to see them do a single run would be great, but y'all too have like changed the game of the tag team division when y'all showed up. Like the Hardy changed the game, the Dudley changed the game, and Chris changed the game. And there's been so many teams to change the game. Y'all showed up and y'all put the people on the map. Like most people want to have a match with y'all two, period. Like at this point now, shit, why not just, if you can't beat Roman, then fuck it, join them. You got family already. You already know this. If just like how Jay said, I want to feed my family like you feed your family. Well, why don't you join the tribal chief and just eat off the same paycheck as him for being in a group?
Basically, I mean, I'm all for a heel bloodline.
I've been all for it for a long time.
Basically, since we've wanted Roman to turn heel, we've been saying he should just join up with the Usos because that was back when the Usos first went heel with the down since day one shit. And
yeah, because then that's when they had their other cousin that was wrestling there on the NXT what the fuck that shit called? Where they had Kushida and them show up to wrestle too.
Oh, on one of the tournaments, right?
Yeah, when they had one of them show up, and then they had Tamina. I was like, shit, they might as well go ahead and put them all together and just make the Bloodline family. Then when Shane called his other cousin in, I was like, shit, why not just do it? You already know that whole family lineage is wrestling.
Yeah,
you don't need to have them wrestle. Just have them show up.
Well, Tamina did manage the Usos way back. And
yeah, Paul did. Paul know their family for real.
Dynamite. As we talked about, Chris Jericho celebrated his 30th year in wrestling. Him and what was it? Was it Hager or was it Sammy?
Yeah, him, Hager
versus the freaking vampire guy.
I can't remember that motherfucking name.
Yeah. Because he's rarely on TV. He's always on Dark, but he's rarely on TV.
Yeah, like he's a superstar on Dark, but on regular TV, he's a jobber.
Yeah. But yeah, they obviously Jericho and what's his name won.
I look, no lie. When Jericho came out and he talked about his little 30 years and they started posting all the shit that Jericho name was under.
Yeah.
When you listen to the commentary, they go, wait, Jericho was camera 3 and camera 4? How the hell is that possible? They get fucked up the makeup, the food.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You want to know how he was camera 3 and camera 4?
Yeah, when they ran the credits, all the credits were Chris Jericho. That was hilarious. And
bruh, there's some people saying that was probably the best thing of the night was just to watch those credits roll.
And MJF came out. Oh yeah, Luther. There we go. Thank you, Calvin. Luther. when MJF came out to give Chris Jericho his gift. We know what happens when Chris Jericho gives gifts on TV. It has to go over somebody's head. And he hit one of the Dark Order guys with the not Dark Order. Was it who was
a clown?
Well, yeah, the clown. He hit the clown with the picture of MJF.
Yeah, and then hit us with the Judas effect and knocked him clear out.
Yeah. Also, what was it? Hybrid 2 had a match against FTR. It was whatever.
Yeah. It's FTR, fuck the rival, well, whatever the hell they want to be.
John Moxley had a promo. He was sitting in a bar in the middle of the desert, talking about his match with Lance Archer. You don't have a fight with Lance Archer. You simply survive.
Yeah, like that was a cool promo. If you was like to fought Lance Archer already more than once and made legitimate, you only fought the man in New Japan, so
yeah,
it's kind of not relevant over here because most people don't still watch New Japan over here like that. It's still fucking weird. I don't know why some people here don't watch New Japan.
But they have history. Use the history.
Like, yeah, you can use the history, but it ain't gonna be like how WWE or Impact or WCW or ECW would do. Like, people seen them wrestle before somewhere else, so now that you see them in the same company, oh yeah, now y'all got beef, y'all know each other. Most people that are watching this is people that used to watch WWE that just want something different. So they know Dean Ambrose. Mm-hmm. That's it. They don't know who the hell Lance Archer is, even though he's been in Impact and New Japan. Most people don't know who the fuck he still is.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a weird thing between them, but I would like to see them two finally get at it, just to get it out of the fucking way. Because right now, shit, how many days has Dean been champion?
He's been champion since what was that, Double or Nothing, which is May.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, nobody cares. You know why? Because nobody's beating Bailey's 500 days.
What else was on this week? Oh, Cody won back the TNT Championship. I didn't see that coming. I didn't. It
was weird because I thought he was going to come back just to fight Brodie Lee.
Exactly. I saw it either being a no contest or it being a really good match, but Cody losing.
Well, we both got not what we wanted.
But whatever. He's champion again, and he's vowed to defend it next week on an anniversary episode. And before the segment went off, out comes Mr. Freshly Squeezed, and he is the one getting the title match next week.
I'm okay with this. Yeah. I'm okay with anything Orange Cassidy want to do. Yeah. I don't care what it is at this point. Yeah. Just for the simple fact, I'm entertained just with him just showing up. I don't even care no more. Like, it's weird. I'm at the point of wrestling now that I get entertained just by people showing up that I want to see be in a match they shouldn't be in just for the hell of it, more than I am to see motherfuckers have a real match at this point.
I guess
it makes it sad to say it out loud like that, because like Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, I like Jey Uso. I don't like Roman Reigns, but I was just happy the fact that they was fighting and it was over the Universal title. But this had been a regular match, I wouldn't have gave two shits about neither one of them fighting for this shit.
They made that match mean something between Jay and Roman.
Yeah, you family, you blood. We've been friends since we was kids. Oh yeah, you making it personal. Good. Blood. Now I'm good with that.
Oh, and some random news. You sent me the Leo Rush versus who's that match against? It
was Brian Cage.
There you go. How many times is Leo Rush going to retire?
He's not going to retire.
I know, exactly.
He's not going to retire, but he literally had 4 retirement matches.
I knew he was never going to. I knew he wasn't going to retire. I had a feeling he was just working it the whole time.
He is literally the Jay-Z of independent wrestling. Jay-Z, I'm going to retire. Had a blueprint too. Then had a retirement tour. Nigga, what the fuck? I thought you was retiring. Why are you back?
Hey, there's money to be made. You don't turn down money.
And look, and that's what Leo Rush is. Leo Rush is, there's money to be made.
Because he is the moth.
The man. of the hour. I'm still sad that they WWE let him go because he was also good in 205 Live. He was putting on some good ass matches against whoever the hell he was fighting. Also,
I really think they dropped the ball when he was Lashley's manager. They could have done so much more with that.
Bro, he was the best mouthpiece for Bobby Lashley. Oh my God, if he still was there now, he could have been part of the Hurt Business.
What?
Oh my God, him and MVP, bro, they'd have been the best mouthpieces ever for the. Oh my God,
they could just talk. They could just talk for an entire segment, and I wouldn't care.
Bro, I need them to get back because Lilo could be Bobby's mouthpiece and MVP could be Shelton Benjamin's mouthpiece. Because you don't need one for Alexander. He could talk by himself. You don't need nobody.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be so great. Man, I'm about to get on Twitter and start tweeting that a lot. Hey, bro, Lilo for the Hurt Business.
Facts. Also, you sent me Rhino and Heath Slater are back together. They're what, ICW Tag Champions?
Yeah. I don't know what federation that is, but they're the tag team champions there.
Aren't they based in New York, ICW?
Yeah, it was, but I don't know where the fuck it's at now.
Yeah.
All I know is right now that shit. It's weird. They're tag team, but don't they both wrestle for Impact? I ain't seen them Impact in forever.
Yeah, they're both in Impact. But you know the Impact schedule. They tape for like 1 week, and it's like a month worth of shows. So you got plenty.
Like in general, like for the last few weeks, I haven't seen them on TV. I probably seen Heath Slater the time he showed up for the pay-per-view, another time for the ring, and wrestled one match. I haven't seen him since.
Didn't he recently have a match against Eric Young?
I think that's one of the matches that they pre-taped, but I still haven't seen him like in nothing else. Like when I sent you that picture, that was the first time I heard that he had did something else outside of Impact Wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I saw him in a match with Eric Young recently. So
before we, leave, because we still got time.
Yeah.
What are your predictions for this draft?
Okay. Now, again, earlier I was saying, what if they split up New Day? I feel like they're splitting up New Day. To me, that was one of the first things I thought about, because if they want to really give Big E this singles run, I feel like he's going to get drafted to Raw because Woods and Kofi are hurt. They're going to go undrafted, and because they're free agent, they'll just end up staying on SmackDown when they come back. That was one of my first thoughts.
Like that sounds like a habit, but also, no matter what the New Day does, it brings Vince money because they are pleased to the kids what Vince really want the most. So at this point right now, I don't think he will really split them up for the simple fact that podcast, up, down, and then their merch is making so much money in WWE, even through the whole pandemic, it's still making a lot more money than most of the people.
Yeah.
I don't think he will break them up. That's just literally like they're saying, oh yeah, I got the best wrestler in the world, and I'm gonna let him go off his contract right now to do whatever he want. I'm not about to lose out on that goddamn money. I'm about to let you go nowhere.
Honestly, right now it's
belong to me.
Right now it's kind of hard to tell what people moving because they're having people just randomly jump shows anyway. So it's like, what would look good long term with moving people? Like I can see Strowman going back to Raw. I can see Randy going back to SmackDown. I can see AJ going back to Raw now that Paul Heyman's gone, because apparently that was his problem the whole time was Paul Heyman. Even though he was like U.S. champion almost the whole time he was on Raw. But anyway, I think they'll probably end up swapping tag champions.
Oh no. I know Drew's gonna stay on Raw.
Yeah.
I know Roman's gonna stay on SmackDown because them belts ain't switching.
Yeah.
I can see them moving Bray from SmackDown back to Raw. I can see them moving Andrade over to SmackDown.
Yes, he's one that needs a new. He does need a new landscape.
Yeah, I can see them moving him over there, and I can see like Randy. I can see Randy going to SmackDown, but like coming to SmackDown to Raw, I can see Matt Riddle going to Raw just for the hell of it.
Oh, we didn't talk about Riddle. You know there's another lawsuit with Riddle, right? With the chick that he allegedly raped or whatever. She's now suing WWE directly. She's not just going after him. Let me see if I can pull it up.
First of all, that's like trying to go and sue God. Are you out your damn mind? You ain't got that kind of money and lawyers to be winning that kind of bout.
Oh no, this is going through. Chicago Sun-Times reported Candy Cartwright is suing the WWE, Matt Riddle, Evolved, and the unnamed co-owner of Evolve.
Who was the unnamed co-owner of Evolve?
They're unnamed.
No, I'm saying, I'm trying to think who was owner of Evolve around that time. Let me go Wikipedia that bitch.
Cook County Circuit Court has filed and on behalf of Candy Cartwright. Lawsuit stems from allegations of sexual assault that surfaced during the Speaking Out movement. Riddle has denied these claims. His attorney has stated during a press conference also that he is innocent. A multitude of sexual assaults were committed by Matt Riddle against my client. The woman's lawyer claims the lawsuit alleges multiple times between 2017 and 2020. She's saying it was an ongoing thing. And that's about it in this story. They're just hold on. Let me read this last quote. The WWE has painted a picture over the course of the years that female performers are to comply with certain rules. The WWE, since its inception, has hypersexualized female performers, and they've profited from male aggression against these female performers. That is from the lawyer of the woman prosecuting against Matt Riddle.
First of all, where do you want this being sexy been authorized? I guess, man, the only thing I can remember is Nia Jax sexy as getting RKO'd by Randy and she got beat up in the Royal Rumble. That was kind of messed up in my head. And Randy RKO'ing Beth after that. There ain't that much interaction with most men and women unless it's the mixed match challenge, and they just played around. So
Stone Cold. How many times did Stone Cold give Stephanie the stunner? Or how many times did The Rock? How many times did The Rock give Stephanie the rock bottom?
A lot. But if this is based in 2020, ain't none of that shit happened. So if he's going over past allegations of shit that wrestlers should do that they change their policies for, I don't know that's gonna fly.
Yeah, to you and me, yes. To you and me, yes. But if you're going to a court, people that don't give two flying fucks about the wrestling business, all they can remember the aggression era. I'm sorry, the Attitude Era, because that was the biggest time in wrestling. Everybody knew what was going on in wrestling, even if you didn't give a damn. It just popped up on your TV. So these people that are judges and lawyers or whatnot, they remember that stuff. And they're just going to assume everything is still the same.
Yeah, but see, that's what they're going to suffer. Take it to court. If you assume everything the same, and then somebody brings up evidence of the product from the last 5 to 10 years and show that it evolved, new policies been in, and stuff has changed, you literally just digging up the past and try to win. That shit is not going to fall through. That's like murder cases. That's like murder cases. If somebody murders somebody, like now and finally get caught and they bring up something from their past from that far away, sometimes that shit don't fly. That shit's so old. We talking about what happened now and recent. You can't bring up 30 years old worth of things that nobody knows what happened.
Also, when you're in court and you're fighting a case, you also look for precedents. That's one of the things that's really big in court is what has happened before in this situation. So, let's also not forget the multiple times Bubba Ray Dudley powerbombed Mae Young through a table.
Hey man, look, she was with that one. She even said that. She was saying that in the interview. They can bring up all they want. They gonna get their feelings hurt when they go, he powerbombed an old woman. They gonna be like, listen to the old recordings of her. I had fun doing that. I told him he could do it. Oh, so she was given authorization. So you're fishing now.
And then she probably jacked him off backstage. But anyway.
That's just weird. I don't want to have that thought in my head.
And then Moolah came and stole somebody's money. But that's another story for another day.
That's a regular story.
Yeah. Anything else you can think of before we go?
Let's see. There was something else I had remembered I was going to say. Guess who WWE's in talks with that might get a contract soon and get signed, but I don't know if he's going to NXT, SmackDown, or Raw.
Okay.
But it's so far right now, like 80% confirmed that he might get signed.
James Storm?
Basically.
Yeah. My dude at work was telling me about James Storm. Now, I know pre-pandemic, like February, March, he was looking to leave NWA, and they basically had a deal in place, but he never signed it, and then the pandemic happened, and he just said, never mind.
Because people were saying if he does get signed, they hoping WWE pair him with his old tag team buddy.
Beer money, yes. But they're not going to call it beer money.
Beer money.
Adult beverage currency.
No, it wouldn't be adult beverage. It'd be orange drink and change.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the big news I knew about, because I'm actually excited, because when James Storm showed up in NXT, I thought that motherfucking place was gonna blow the fuck up, and then it disappeared, and I was like, my heart. I like James Storm.
because he had that one match, and that was it when he was in NXT.
Yeah, like he sat ringside for one of the NXT takeovers, showed up, had a match, gone.
Yep.
And that was the end of that. Like, what the hell? How you just gonna do that to us?
Yep.
We will see what will happen going forward. Like I said, I hope he does sign, because we kind of do need some more talent. See how they got rid of everybody and they want to try to call everybody up. NXT kind of needs some more people on their damn show.
I don't think it's that they need more talent. It's just they're in a building phase, because you got Ridge Holland, you got Timothy Thatcher, you got Dexter Lumis. You need to build all these guys up, because you have to replace Riddle and Keith Lee. And Damian Priest, he's already a singles champion, but he still needs more of like a catalog within WWE, because everybody knows him as Punishment Martinez. He's been doing his damn thing for 10, 15 years on the indies as Punishment Martinez, but he needs a catalog within WWE NXT. Who else do you need to build? You need to build the women's division back up, because other than Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, you don't have stars in the women's division anymore.
They're trying to build that back up, because Raw and SmackDown took all their damn women.
Yeah, so it's not that NXT needs more talent. They're just in a building phase right now. You have to make all your people stars again.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're in a building phase. It's going to take some time to build some of these other people up, because you're not having NXT house shows no more to get people's name out there no more. So you're going to kind of need some names that's already established just to show up.
And part of creating the Capitol Wrestling Center, NXT is closed right now as a training school. They're strictly doing the shows and people that need to work out. They're not training anybody at the moment because people keep catching COVID.
So at this point right now, basically it's just you just have to wrestle. So shit, they might just get James Storm over there just for the fuck of it.
Yep.
Because you ain't gonna have no else training over there to get into the ring finally.
Yep. Well, that's been our show for tonight.
Yep.
I'm Darth Messiah. And you, sir?
Alex the motherfucking Gill.
Good night, Nolly Marv.
Good night.
And we out.
Here.